Hello student, welcome back to VEHS Sumati Academy. This is your science teacher Rasmi Dikshit. So we are learning this chapter 3, that is adaptation in animals. In the previous videos we have learned about what is habitat, what is adaptation, and also about terrestrial animals. Now we will learn about the hibernation. Means now we have to understand what is hibernation. So first, animals like rats or bears, they are also the terrestrial animals. So these animals eat too much food in the season of summer. Okay, they eat too much food in the season of summers and store this extra food in their body in the form of fat. Okay, they store this extra food in their body in the form of fat. Now when the winter season starts, they don't have that so much food to eat, so in the winter season they use this stored fat in their bodies by going for a long sleep. Okay, they use the fat which they have stored in the summer season in the form of fat in the winter season while going for a long sleep, so they get energy from the fat which they have stored the summer season. So in the simple language, if I have to ask what is hibernation, so hibernation, we can say the long winter sleep. Okay, the long winter sleep is called as hibernation, and this long sleep helps these animals to conserve to get the energy from the food in the form of fat which they have stored in the summer season. Okay, so hibernation is a long winter sleep. Okay, hibernation is a long winter sleep which helps them to take the energy, to get the energy from the food which they have stored in their body in the form of fat in the season of summer. So, after the terrestrial animals, now we will learn about the aquatic animals. So, with the name of aqua means water. So, with the name of aquatic animals, we can understand animals that live in the water are known as aquatic animals. Okay, so what are the aquatic animals which live in the water, like fish, snail, turtle, and also the crabs. Okay, so these are the aquatic animals. Now, if we will talk about the adaptation feature in these aquatic animals, so first we will learn about the fish. Okay, so the all the aquatic animals have special sense organs or special organs to breathe. Okay, now if we will talk about the fish, so fish have gills. Okay, so fish breathe through their gills. So if we will talk about how fish breathe, so fish have gills and fish breathe through gills. Okay, and also for breathing they want oxygen, so they get oxygen from the water. Okay, in the water we also know oxygen is also dissolved, so these aquatic animals get oxygen from the water. Some Now there are some animals like dolphin and also whale, so they don't have gills. Okay, they don't have gills, they have lungs to breathe like human beings. So whale we also call, it is not an animal actually, actually it is a mammal. Okay, so dolphin and whale have not do not have the gills, but they have lungs to breathe. Okay, like a human beings, they breathe through their lungs. No. Now, for getting the oxygen, these animals like dolphin and whales come again and again to the surface of the water to take the oxygen from the outer environment. Okay, as they don't have the gills, they have the lungs, so they want oxygen. So time to time they come on the surface of the water for taking or for breathing or taking in oxygen. Now, most aquatic animals have limbs that are suitable for swimming. Okay, now as they are the aquatic animals, so how they will swim in the water, as fishes have fins. Okay, fishes have fins to swim in the water, and the same turtle have move with the paddles. First, fish have gills to breathe and fins to swim in the water. Okay, we have completed two features about the fish. First, gills to breathe and fins to swim. As for the turtle, turtle move with the use of paddles. Okay, turtle have the paddles like turtle use their paddles like its feet. Okay, so turtle move in the water through their paddles. Now there are so many birds which also live in the water like duck, crane birds, and also the egrets words. Okay, these are the words which also live in the water. So if we will talk about the duck, how it has been adapted the features to live in the water. So duck has webbed feet. Okay, webbed feet. Ducks have webbed feet to swim in the water easily. And if we will talk about the crane's bird and egrets birds, so these birds have a long feet which help them to wade in the water or stand in the water. Okay, and also these animals have a long beak. Okay, these animals, these birds also have a long beak which help them to catch the fish under the water. As they are in the water, they want the food, so in the water they can easily get the fish, so they have the long beak to catch the fish under the water. Now next type of animals we will talk about amphibians. Okay, amphibians. So in the picture you can see two amphibians. First, that is salamanders, and second is frog. Means, what are the amphibians? Those animals which can live on land as well as in the water. Okay, amphibians means those animals which can live on the land as well as in the water. They are known as the amphibians, like a salamander and the frog. We can see the picture of these two animals. Okay, if we will explain now, if we will talk about the frog, how it breathes, as it is when it was on land, so their breathing function will be different, and when it was in water, breathing function will be different. So when these animals or frog is on the land, so it breathe through their lungs. Okay, it breathe through their lungs. And when these animals are in the water, so they breathe through their moist skin. Okay, moist skin. So now, what first we will understood what is amphibians. Those animals which can live on the land as well as in the water, like salamanders and frogs. Now, as they are capable to live on the land and live in the water, so they have two different types of breathing functions. First, when they are on the land, so they breathe through their lungs, and when they are in the water, they breathe through their moist skin. Listen carefully. When they are in the water, they breathe through their moist skins. These are the adaptation feature in the water or on the land. And also, when they are on the land, they can use their feet, but when they are in the water, they use their limbs. They have limbs to swim in the water. Okay, as the fish have the fins to swim, so same amphibians have limbs to swim in the water. Now, if we will talk about aerial animals, okay, aerial animals means the animals which are able to fly in the air. Okay, the animals which are able to fly in the air is known as aerial animals. Like we have pictures: butterfly, moth, sparrow, and pigeon, and many more. We all know the so many birds are there. So these are known as aerial animals. So again, what are the aerial animals? Aerial animals, which animals who can or those can fly in the air. Okay, so now, so these type of animals spend most of their time in the air while flying. Now their bone structures are developed in such a way so they can make their body light. If their body will be heavy, so now it is not possible for them to fly. So first their bones are hollow. Okay, if their bones are hollow, that means their body weight will be light. So in with this feature they are able to fly in the air. And also the shape of their body. Okay, the important factor, the shape of their body. Also they have the shape of their body, so which this shape of their body helps them to fly easily in the air. First they have the hollow bones, so which make their body light, so they can easily fly in the air. And second, the shape of their body which help them to fly in the air. Now we will learn arboreal animals. Arboreal animals. Now in the pictures we can see two animals. First is squirrel and second is monkey. Arboreal animals, those animals that spend most of their times on the tree. Okay, we all know that squirrel as well as monkey spend their most of the time on the tree. So these are the types of animals are known as arboreal animals. Arboreal animals which spend most of their time only on the trees. So these are called as a arboreal animals. Monkeys, squirrel, and then also so many insects are there which only live on the tree or spend most of their time on the tree. Now what are the specific features they have to live on the tree? First, they have long limbs or tails. Long limbs and tails. So with the help of these limbs and tails, they can climb on the tree easily and hang on the tree easily. Okay, they have limbs and limbs and long tails which help them to climb on the tree easily and also hang from the branches. All we know that monkeys most of the we have seen so many times monkey hang from the branches of the tree. So with the help of their tails or limbs they can hang easily from the branches of the tree. And also they can jump from one branch to another branch of the tree. And forelimbs of a squirrel helps it to hold food. Okay, now if we will talk about the squirrels, so squirrel have four limbs. Of the four limbs of the squirrel helps it to hold the food while he is running or while he is climbing the tree and put it in the mouth. Okay, these four limbs help the squirrel to hold the food as well as to put this food in its mouth. Okay students, so for today it is enough. We will meet in the next video. Till, thank you and stay safe.